So far with the stand-up tutorials, I've taught you guys how it feels, what to do step by step, but you still may not be able to do them. It's really quite scary to go full speed and just sort of throw yourself out. So today I'm going to show you how you can work your way up to doing 180s and stand-up speed checks. This is the final piece of the puzzle. I really believe that after learning this, you will be able to do standys, and it might take you like no less than a day to get them down. I promise you. Most of the video examples I'm going to be showing you is me learning how to do switch speed checks and switch 180s according to the guides that I've put out there. I'm using the switch stuff so that this is authentic and so that you guys can also see that this stuff works. So by this point, if you're confident with your riding, just like cruising around, carving, you can probably already sort of push out the back wheels a little and get them to scrub out. We're going to be using that and we're going to be expanding on that. From that, we're going to be moving on to forcing the board to come to a stop with a slide. It sounds really scary, but we're going to be doing this at a slow speed, and what we're focusing on is getting the weight placement correct and really pushing into the board with either our toes or heels. In my case with the switch heel, my heels, and really making sure my weight is in the right place so that I'm balanced as the board is forced to come to a stop. So with this, of course, we're going to be setup carving, and now we just need to be aggressive with our weight placement and just basically force the board into the slide and sort of hold it there and make sure we're on top of it and we don't get thrown off. This is going to take a lot of tries, and it's going to require a little trial and error and for you to sort of find the right feel. So this is actually not that scary, and it's especially not intimidating if you're doing it at low speeds. So yeah, just be really confident, really aggressive with how your weight is being placed and how you're pushing your board. You don't really have to go all that fast. In fact, you can push in down the hill really aggressively and you'll pretty much get all the speed you need. And yeah, if you do this successfully, you will figure out how to place your weight, how much to lean back. Those things will naturally come to you, and it's really going to be the basis for everything to follow, the 180s and the speed checks. And remember, we're not placing our weight any random way, we're not swinging our arms any random way or our body. Remember, we're trying to follow the guides that I had previously. This is just an add-on to help you build the confidence so that you can do stand-up slides. Next thing we're going to do is going to ramp up the speed and keep sliding to a stop at slightly higher speeds. And we're just going to keep doing this until we feel a little bit consistent and we can do this confidently. We can then move on to doing 180s, which is basically literally doing the same thing, except when we're pushing our back foot, we're pushing it all the way around and also still forcing weight on our front foot as I specified in the 180 guide. And yeah, you've pretty much done 180s. It's that easy. And then we're going to keep practicing our 180s, and once we're confident with them, we can then move on to the check. And then because we know how to sort of force and hold our weight so that the board can slide to a stop, the speed check is basically releasing pressure off our back foot as we do this and then catching the board with the recompression, and it's literally that easy. I may be making it sound super easy. In some ways it is, in some ways it isn't, but it's a lot of trial and error, and basically all you need to do is just keep trying and you will eventually get it. The most important part of all of this is building habits around these practices. It's really important because even though you learn this one day, if you try it again tomorrow, you may have forgotten one or two things and you have to remind yourself. If you take like a week's break, you may have forgotten everything. It's really important you do these things regularly, and soon they'll be habits and you'll be able to do them pretty much effortlessly. And yeah guys, really go and try this stuff out there and it should help you and you should be able to do standys. With my example, I had been practicing this sort of things with my friend Emmanuel actually last week Friday I think, and I got a lot better at doing switch checks, but I kind of forgot everything. And now my examples that you're seeing on screen pretty much took me 30 minutes to get the 180s according to my guide down and get the checks down okay-ish. And you also have to remember, this pavement that I'm skating on is pretty horrible, but yeah, I really believe if I keep practicing this, I'd be able to do pretty damn good speed checks within a week. Like, not like those small ones you're seeing me throw, but really proper big ones, and really be confident about it. Of course, there's also the issue of riding switch, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching guys. Remember, setup, carve, compression, decompression, recompression, all that good stuff. Big thanks to the patrons as usual. Thanks to the subscribers, and if this video has helped you, leave a comment in the comment box and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.